touchdown, Dallas. One of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Dallas Cowboys. Such a great tradition. Thanksgiving Day in the NFL. So happy to be a part of it as well. Mike Tirico with Greg Olsen here in the booth. Greg, think about it. Detroit, 1934. Dallas, 1966. That's where the seeds for this thing has been planted. 3 games during the day and night. Now, I love that we call it the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a player, a coach, a fan at home, or in our case, Mike, here in the booth broadcast.
Time to renew one of the great holiday traditions of the NFL. Football and the Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day. And off we go from Texas. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
If he's going to lead his team to a win, he has to be smart with his decision-making. The last thing you want to do is give the opposing team an extra possession.
Oh, right at the outset, he lost the football. The Jaguars think they have it, and they do.
Holding offense.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll run it once more with Etienne. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. But I don't think he knows yet that this one is coming back.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So, a costly penalty here. It wipes away the touchdown. To the right, on the run, it's Etienne. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
What a start here defensively. The offense comes out trying to establish a little ground game, and this defense looks like they knew what those first 2 calls were going to be all along, taking them back for a loss and sets up a third and long.
Out quickly to Thomas on the RPO. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. Is it a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? What a critical flag. Roughing the passer, it sets up first and goal. In motion comes Thomas. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. Again, they give it to Etienne. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So it is 4th down. That'll bring on Cam Little for this Jaguars field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars will take a 3-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams trying to defend in the red zone. Look at this graphic. Second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a QB. That one swung out to Blue. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 5. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. Dak going to run with it himself. And he's out of bounds. It would be a first down, however. There is a flag down. Looks like it is on the offense. So from 3rd and 2, back him up to 3rd and 7. The shotgun snap for Prescott. On the move left. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there. And he picks up the first down. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. Overrunning in a flash, and he lost the football. Looked like one of the Cowboys was there to recover. Indeed, they will keep possession. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down, or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Jaguars offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a first down. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That's into the hands of Travis. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the Cowboys are going to come away with the football. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Prescott. He'll step up and run this. It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up 1st and goal.
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. To throw is Dak. in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Josh Hines-Allen. What a start for him. A second sack now here in this opening quarter of play. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Prescott now. He'll get this one out to his fullback. He's going to be out of bounds, short of the marker, but maybe more importantly, there is a flag down. Let's get the call. On 4th down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. That one is good. And the Cowboys will tie the game at 3 apiece.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Once again, it's Etienne. And this is a slight improvement over the previous play. He's not going to lose yardage. He's not gaining any either. It's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on 1st down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on 2nd down. But now after taking a loss on 1st and 2nd, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on 3rd down.
The last 2 runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. On 4th down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. On the return is Jones. Oh, hello! He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up pass the 40. And you'll get this up to the 44. Jack Heiser in on the tackle. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Pistol now for Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Here's Prescott. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. Here's Brian Anger now. He's on for the 2nd time to try to get something inside the 10. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Lawrence. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
Holding offense.
That's on the tackle, Anton Harrison. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Mozzie Smith, he gets in for the sack. It took a while, but that is his 1st on the year.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw. That one Bounce, incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
It's now third down and more.
They'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's Travis Hunter. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now. And on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. The Cowboys offense about ready to take over once more. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. He's got the open man. That's Jalen Tolbert. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. It's Aiden Hutchinson, former number 2 overall pick, in there to bring him down. Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing is Prescott. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up 4th down. Here's the punter now, as he is on to punt for Dallas. Oh, they had a shot there. It hit the 5, but it continues into the end zone. Come back out to the 20. The Jags offense ready for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Quick throw here on the RPO, caught by Thomas. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
So we are through 1 on this Thanksgiving Day. All even on the scoreboard. We're back to Arlington in a moment. The Jaguars with the ball. Quarter number 2 begins. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. As we are ready to get back underway. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
They gave him the impossible task of being so far behind the sticks and saying, hey, go salvage this series. And he almost pulled it off. What a great run. And in most instances, it would be rewarded with a first down.
Brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Cowboys offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll run former K-State product Deuce Vaughn. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. But there is a flag on the field, and that is in the area where usually someone was held. Play fake. Prescott. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
A gain of 4 brings up second down at the 21-yard line.
On play action, here's Dak. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
The Jaguars offense headed back to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. In trouble, and down he goes. Micah Parsons in for the sack. That's a baker's dozen. 13 for the year.
Let's give a lot of credit to the defensive plan that this coaching staff has come up with coming into today's game. Every time it seems like the offense makes an adjustment, the defense counterpunches. Different looks, different fronts, different pressure packages. They've had all the answers so far, and the sacks just keep piling up.
Incomplete. Marquise Bell on the coverage.
On the handoff, it's Etienne. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple yards shy of the first down. Here comes 4th down.
Well, on that 3rd and real long, he might not pick up the first down, although it looked for a minute like he was, Mike. That is a heck of a run. I've had a coach tell us those 3rd and long pickups, that's just like adding that yardage to the punt.
Oh, a miss hit there off the side of his foot. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Cowboys offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Back to throw is Prescott. To the outside, hooked in by Lamb. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8.
4-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
On the play fake, Dak. He'll complete that to his fullback. He'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. That one on the tackle, Terrence Steele. Now Vaughn. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Dak facing 3rd and long. That's caught by Tolbert, right side. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the pistol, ball. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
2nd and 3.
Running is Vaughn, and he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Second down, Prescott. Get this complete to Tolbert. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down. Coming up.
Brings up 3rd and
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. A short throw caught by Ferguson.
Offside. Defense.
for ball. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Max doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind that.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one. Like, he really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him. He really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
On for the field goal now. It's Brandon Aubrey. This will be from 47 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys will take a 6-3 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. But Jaguars offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. That's on Walker Little, the tackle. Look wide. Get this one complete. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 12. Brings up
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
And he will have a Jaguars 1st down. He gets 5 and needed only a yard.
gain on the play. That's good for a Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
This run straight ahead for Etienne. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he's going to have the 1st down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Man in motion here is Washington. Throwing now on 3rd and long. And this will be knocked out. Incomplete. Penalty flag down in the backfield. Usually a sign of a hold. Here's their punter now. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Pistol now for Prescott. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
Shotgun snap for Prescott. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. On comes the punter now, as he is on to kick it away. The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. On the draw, the give to Etienne. And it will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Man in motion here is Washington. Now, faking the give. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and
back to throw. This one complete to Washington. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
That's good for a Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
They'll look to throw. That's taken in by Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of 9. They'll go about trying to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 8.
He'll drop to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This one from just under 50 yards. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars will tie the game at 6.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Jones now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Now a screen set up for Blue. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get their man, and it's no game.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. This is 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Jaguars offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Low-scoring game, all time, third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. First and 10. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Second and 10.
Second and 10. At the 30.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing game, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, and just puts a little too much in front of him.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully. And that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Cowboys offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. It's a three tight end look as they have it first and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Blue. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
At the 46-yard line.
Dak going to give this to Blue. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
No gain on the play. Makes it third and 2.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Left side. Caught by Lamb. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. That's taken at about the 14. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. On the give, it's Etienne. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. From the 24 now, here's second down and 7. They'll run it once more with Etienne. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that third down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. From the 35, it's first and 10. He'll start this on the ground with Blue. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 35-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field.
For the Cowboys.
That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Run the toss here to Etienne. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
And a good gain. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Lawrence out to Hunter. Man in motion here is Washington. They go play action for Lawrence. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he'll be out of bounds. There is a flag on the field. Now let's see what caused it. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down back at the 2-yard line.
It's 3rd down. It's a passing down. You know they're going to bring pressure. We've seen it time and time again. But as we've seen, this offensive line, they just haven't been able to handle the different looks the defense has thrown at them, and the sacks keep piling up.
Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. And a short field awaits. Fair catch taken on this side of midfield. The Cowboys offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. Prescott now. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 15. 1st down, Cowboys.
This is a great example, Mike, of why it's so important that the front and the secondary work together, because I think if they can hold up a little bit longer in the back end in pass coverage, this play probably results in a sack, but he can get the ball out just in time, and they turn that close call into a fresh set of downs.
That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Prescott. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down. They'll throw again. Dak. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This a 48-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
job number one on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Travis Etienne of the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. DeMarvion Overshown there on the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet aren't settled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing is Lawrence. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll run with Blue. And a nice job there, sidestepping defenders on his way. It's a gain of 9.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
When you're running a crossing route versus man coverage, you understand that there's going to be nobody waiting for you on the far side of the field. So if you can create separation on your man defender and separate away, there's a lot of green grass. And that's where the quarterback went with the ball.
Incomplete. He was covered by...
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. This one not quite on target. Too much, and that one falls incomplete. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Again, Prescott to the air. Got a man, that's Tolbert. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. That's good for a Dallas first down.
17-yard line.
This is Blue. He takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run. Here's a 2nd and 12.
19-yard line.
We're on to the 4th on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Dak. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Aiden Hutchinson. He gets in to record his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Shotgun snap for Prescott. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
This guy's like a man amongst boys right now out here, Mike, and you just don't see these sort of dominant performances on the NFL level very often. I mean, whether they got to double team him or keep sliding the protection to him, I don't care what they got to do. Someone has to block this guy because he's completely destroying the entire game.
So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. This one has plenty of legs, and it is good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The Jags offense starting to trot out for this next possession. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Here comes ETN running to the left. He is met and stopped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now. And partially, it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Lawrence now. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Been a largely forgettable performance from this offense up until this point, Mike. I mean, these sacks, they just continue to stop so many of their drives throughout the entire game. And then you look up at the scoreboard, and it pretty much reflects that here in the 4th quarter.
Jaguars ready to punt this one away. Be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. Have a short field, looking to build on the lead. They run straight ahead with Blue. And the strength on display rapidly through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and a yard. A run once more with Blue. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up the 1st down.
That's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Again, it's Blue. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. That's on Tyler Guyton, the tackle. Throwing is Prescott. That one's incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down and 20.
To throw is Dak. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Aiden Hutchinson. He works his way in and a big milestone sack. number 50 in his career.
Big-time, opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a two-possession ball game here in the fourth quarter. Massive third down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
Dak facing third and long. Looking down the field, but that falls incomplete. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
For the Cowboys.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Jaguars offense ready to come back out for this next possession. In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence now to throw on first down. That one intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Notre Dame.
Right, doesn't it just seem like year in and year out, especially on the defensive side of the ball, there's these late-round players that kind of burst onto the scene out of nowhere, and there's a reason this guy fell in the draft. But I'll tell you what, he has shown a ton of growth so far this year, and he continues to make his presence felt in the back end of this defense.
The Cowboys offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. A run with Blue. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
At the 31. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Now Prescott. Completed right side to Ferguson. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. On the ground, it's Blue. Oh, and he is depleted on that one. Picked up, thrown down behind the line of scrimmage.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it third and 6.
Back to throw is Prescott. Now a screen set up for Blue. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jaden Blue. Touchdown, Dallas. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Liam Cohen there, the head coach of the Jaguars. His guys set to take over once more. In motion comes Thomas. A quick throw on the RPO is complete from 29. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. That's complete to Etienne. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. That's Jones in motion. 2nd down, Lawrence. That's swung out to Etienne. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
They'll motion the slot man right. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw is Lawrence. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Parker Washington was the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down. Lawrence. They'll look to set up the screen here. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Man in motion, heading left. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Travis Hunter was the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down. To throw is Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th. But they will turn it over on down. The head man in Dallas, Brian Schottenheimer, his offense going back to work once more. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time. They've dominated the proceedings here in the 4th quarter. Straight ahead, it's Blue. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, a give to Blue. The ball's out.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. Etienne now on 1st and 10. And they finally get him down. Good gain on the ground, but hold everything. Maybe a reason he got so free. To register his squad's 10th sack of this one.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game. And I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
Get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and long.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd.
Now Lawrence. That is caught by Washington. They'll drop to throw. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete. Now on 2nd and long. Back to throw. Lawrence. That's complete to his running back, Bashal Tutin. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. Throwing is Lawrence. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. They will go ahead and decline that one and take the 2 points. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. Into the secondary at the 45. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So it's a win for the Cowboys. And they will get a little extra time to enjoy it on this holiday weekend as they get the job done here on Thanksgiving. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we say so long from Arlington.